So we're back out at the cabin site, day 17, and I'm right this time because I've been editing videos and got my count back on order. So day 17 out here. At this point in time, the roof is waiting until I can get the stuff to do a roof. So all I can really do in the meantime is finish getting my windows put in. And I'm still waiting to get my doors too. So this is all stuff I'm getting as I'm building. So it's sucks. So the plan today is I got these two windows put in the other day, and I didn't get it recorded about how I did the windows and prep them, wrap the wrap in, all that stuff. So I left all the other windows and doors untouched. Like, this is going to be the first one I work on today, and so I'll be cutting out the house wrap, wrapping it, and prepping the corners and everything like that to prevent water seeping in, and showing that process today. And then I'll be repeating that process on those windows, and hopefully I get some help today so I can get the big windows put in, because I think I'm going to have a hard time putting in a window that size completely by myself. I mean, it's going to go on that way. So, but all in all, she's starting to really look like a cabin in the house. So the tarp will work as a roof for now until I can get more stuff. So yeah, thank you everybody that's been hanging out and watching the journey. We'll keep going. Okay, so change of plans this morning. I got my hands on an old set of stairs that my brother-in-law had kicking around from an old deck that they tore out and he forgot he'd saved. So I got these lugged out here. I think, I haven't really checked yet, that these will fit here just about perfect. So I'm going to get working on taking those out, getting this set up there, and seeing how I can adapt these to be my stairs. I think this is going to work out pretty good. Okay, so now that I'm done with the distraction that was putting stairs in, I can start prepping this window and actually talking and explaining what I'm doing. So I'm no professional, this is just how I've seen this done, and this is how I do it, and this is how I'm going to do it. So any experts out there, look away now. So the point is, like, this is my house wrap. So I don't want moisture getting into here, so I don't just want to cut out the square and leave it so there's seams and edges. I want to fold it in and wrap it around all these. So I'm going to cut in on each corner so that I have about 6 inches of wraparound or so. More or less, it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, I've got enough extra that I can be less perfect about this, and I can still get it done. So instead of just Xing it through, I'm going to cut straight down so I have an edge. I don't think I went in far enough on that top one. And I'm saving this to do my corners with. So the reason I do it like that is so that I can bring it down in and wrap it like this on all the sides. And then I'll staple it, and then I'll cut pieces of that to fill in the corners. I've got pictures of the process on that side, but I'll record it. But yeah. Keeps it nice and tight. Yeah, I wanted extra so I could go past. Well, I didn't quite I gave myself enough, but not as much as I would have liked. I'll trim this all and make it pretty later. So now, I take my remaining, I guess I'll give myself a board to work on, so don't cut through the stuff I don't want to cut. And just cut it into corners. Cut it in half, and cut it in half again. So I have 4 squares. And I take these squares, and I overlap on the corners. See that one is good. Let's start doing this one. Actually, you can probably see this one best. So I'm going to fit these in so that in the window there's a continuous layer. I'm going to staple these, cut them, wrap them. Then I just take my knife, cut the corners. Down. And these seams will all get taped. So I'll have tape sealing these seams. Give you a close-up view of what I've done. So as you can see, I've got all the sides cut and wrapped like that. Then I add in these corner pieces, and I'm going to tape these seams, because if you look on the outside, this is opening, so it's going to be taped so that water can run and not have these edges to slide under. And that's how you wrap a window without using any extra pieces. So that was just using the piece that was left in here. So these pieces are like these exposed sections inside aren't ever going to see exposure if everything's working right. So all I got to do is tape these seams off now, and I'll be good to go, which the tape is right here. So doing tape, you never start top and work down, because then you create lips and edges. You always work your way up so that it's always overlapping and all your water can run down. So I'm going to do all my vertical seams, and you don't do bottom horizontals because then you create a lip on the top that can create a water pocket, forcing water in behind the wrap. So I'm going to start with doing my verticals, and on my corner pieces here I'm going to do a bottom piece first that wraps the corner, then I'll do a top piece that drains down off of that. So I'm going to work my way up, on each corner individually. I'm not taping anything else besides just these parts, but that's what you're about to see me do. Alright, so now that window is all prepped and ready for shims. So I've already kind of held my window up there and know what my extra spacing is. So I need about this much. I'm going to place some shims in and anchor these down. And then I'm going to place my window in and use angled shims to fill in the rest of the gap. So it should work out pretty good. I don't know if this is how you do it professionally, but this is the way I'm doing it. Alright, so put something on this so it doesn't fall out on me. So in theory, I should be able to fit this in, and it should be a pretty tight fit, close to perfect. And then I'm going to show you a trick I'm going to try to get it square and level. Oh, don't tell me my shims are too big. That should be just about perfect. Really? That took up too much space? I got a solution for that. I'm going to take off the top ones. And alright, take two. I think it's just because the outside's a little bit wider than the inside stuff. So I really should be bringing it in from the outside, but I don't really have to. Alright, so take two. And now I've got the window propped up on a ladder outside. I've got a strap around it. So I hope I can lift it up, put it into place, and hold it, and at least get it pinned. That looks damn near perfect to me. Now I'm going to try a trick to see if I can keep it square this way. Try to get this lined up. I'm kind of gonna say that's pretty much perfect. I don't know if you guys can see this. I've got a laser level showing right on this edge. So this corner needs to come that way a little bit. You anchor these in. I'll get that figured out. Okay, so I thought the camera was recording, but apparently it wasn't. So I've got it secured now. I put screws through my side shims, through the inside the track where the window won't ride, buried them deep enough. So it's pinned here, 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 into the shims, so it's anchored tight. And she's double hung, so I can open top or bottom. Kind of old school, it's got ropes. I like it. I like the wood. So I now have 2 windows. And I actually put it in with a little bit of outward slant at the top, so any water hitting it's going to run outward. So now I just got to go outside and do all the flashing up the side and across the top of it. So yeah, second window's in. Okay, so now we're on the outside of that same window, and what I'm going to do is have this flashing. I'm going to put one side down there, one side down there, and one across the top, sealing the window in. So I at least wanted to get that on camera because the camera's about to die already today. And then after I get this taped in from this side, from the inside I've got spray foam to fill in all the gaps and seal this tight. Lunchtime. Yeah, beta. Yep.
Hey, got a stairs.
Yep.
There's some mess in here.
Oh yeah. Still getting built.
How long are you gonna live in here?
What's this, Uncle Brian?
What's that? It's just a strap.
How long are you gonna live in here?
Do you need
Hopefully
it?
forever.
Do you need this, Uncle Brian?
No, I do not.
Okay. Can you want to see what this is? Well, you're in California. This is California.
I didn't film it. I forgot to film it, but I'm kind of glad I didn't because it looked awkward and it looked dangerous and it looked like I was gonna break it. So it's up there. It's not secured at all. I still gotta get it all leveled and stuff, but there we go. I'm just gonna put the other one in. Whew. Was it heavy? Alright, see if I can get a look before the battery dies. So there we go. All the windows are in. Still gotta finish flashing them and sealing them from the outside, but they're in and mounted. So all that's left now is doors and a roof. Woo!